Yes, we're live. Cheers, everyone. I have Sam with me, and I'm going to do something really important today. I'm going to take full control over this CAD model that is built up with a master part model here in Onshape that I'm just learning. And I feel like this way of working is going to be fantastic for the Model Machine project. So the master assembly is controlled by this blob space model. And I did some mistakes in setting this up that I want to fix today, which I'm excited for. It's a kind of a task that would be really tricky to make into a video because it's quote unquote boring task, but it's this fundamental disciplined setting up the document correctly to help me design and finish this machine kind of important task. So I'm excited. I dreamt about it last night. What did you dream about last night, Hannes?
That the chats would work flawlessly when I pressed start here. Sadly, they don't. So I need to do some little bit of troubleshooting. So you get going with work, Martin, and I will join you momentarily.
Yep. All right. So I'm going to start by telling you why I'm doing what I'm going to do today. If we go to the drivetrain assembly, which is all these, this is the first approximation of the drivetrain. It's a sketch in CAD. And I'm not entirely sure of the positions of the wheels, the sizes of the wheels. Some wheels might become timing belts instead of gears. We're early. I think it's a very promising layout, and I think this works mechanically, but I want to be able to move things around easily. And basically, we can see that there's two positions of the gears. Sideways, seen from this angle, left to right, and then up and down and forward and back from this angle. And the forward and back angles are controlled with all the sketches. So let's say I go to this assembly, for example. If I go to the sketch of that assembly, this position is unconstrained. I can move this on this plane however I want, and everything else will follow along nicely. So all the other gears and all the shafts and everything followed along there. The whole Huygen drive moved. That's why we have this interference here now. So let's redo that. You see now the interference got away. So in this plane, I have full control. However, in this plane, I didn't have a systematic approach to how I set the document up. I added some constraints. I thought I was being smart. I added some constraints on how they move left to right to what I thought was the real world, but then I changed my mind. And what I realized now is that I don't know a lot about how this machine will look, so I should have as few constraints as possible for the sideways movement. And that's what I'm going to fix today. So I'm going to constrain the sideways movement in a new way. And I'm going to start right away from the beginning of the design document. So if we roll back the history bar, yesterday we made all these beautiful folders here.
Oh, folders on folders.
It was super fun, and the folders I think will be very useful today because we're gonna move stuff around. But I'm gonna move the rollback bar to the very beginning of the document, and already now we're seeing that I have this old stuff folder, which is not as well made as the pedals folder. So by the end of the video, I want to move this old stuff to the end of the document. But for now, I'm just going to hide these old parts, and we're going to focus on the drivetrain. So this is what I'm considering this beginning of the document. And the first sketch we have is for the pedal shaft. And this sketch is constrained on the mid plane, which I'm happy about. And so the sketch plane is on the mid plane of the whole document. So it's like this plane. The Onshape always starts with 3 standard planes, default geometry it's called. And I'm using that, which I'm happy about for the first shaft. And I am using extrude to move this shaft around. I'm happy with that. So, but now let's move on to how the sketch of the pedals is made.
I just want to say that I can now fully join you on this stream, Martin, because everything is working.
Nice.
And as Sandra's chat says, Hannes already falling asleep, question mark. Yeah, it took 2 minutes, then I was fast asleep. No, I just made sure that the chats are working. And it seems to be working. Good morning, everyone from Baxter. Good morning.
Good morning, Baxter.
I will try to collect some questions from chat later and present them to Martin. Now I will just let him get to work. But Martin, I also want to just... Do you have some topics for this stream that I can write?
Take control is the first to-do list point. So just take full control. You can start with that on the to-do list. So already this design, I think I want to change how I build it up because I want to have a systematic approach. Because if we go into this extrusion here, I extruded the pedals from the face. Wait, let's see. Yeah, check here. I'm using the pedal shaft as a constraint. I thought like the pedal shaft will always meet the pedals. And that's not at all how I want to build this document up. I want to free these 2 entities from each other and only referencing the middle. And I would prefer actually to have the sketch plane in the middle of this pedal box. So let's see if we break stuff by going back here, adding an offset plane from this center plane, which is something we're going to do a lot today. And I'm just going to manually offset it from the middle. There's also a discussion to use mate connectors to draw on instead of planes. I'm more comfortable with planes. We're going to do that. Now I'm going to change sketch plane for this sketch. And I'm a bit afraid that will break. I won't have to do that for the next ones. Oh, it didn't broke. I'm very happy to see that. And I'm also going to be adamant with naming conventions. I'm going to name here plane pedals. I'm going to name all my features like my life depends on it.
Just an update. We are live on YouTube, Twitch, and X. Everything is looking great, Martin.
Thank you, Hannes. Everything feeling great. We're going to be so efficient today. We were efficient yesterday, but I'm going to ramp up the concentration even more today. So check here. I'm using this edge of the pedal shaft as a starting offset. I don't want to do that. I want to do a symmetric. Yeah, this is much better. And I don't know if anyone out there CADing can recognize this feeling that it's first after I CAD something that I realized how I should have done it. I often go back and change afterwards how I should build up to CAD. I also just want to show that this pedal blob is a bit magical because the pedal blob here is driving. Let's see if everything is still working to the drivetrain assembly. It's doing some new calculations now, it seems like. This is taking a lot of time here. Whoa. All the mate connectors are red. Oh, it's because I rolled back these. That's fine. That's actually fine. So these pedals are being made by that box. So if I go into this extrude and do something crazy, some of you have already seen this. I make it 2 meters wide. These pedals are also 2 meters wide. This shaft is not following along, and that's according to plan. So this is the magic of the master part model, that in here, we're going to make the geometry really blocky and stupid, and it will help us create a beautiful master assembly that should load here. So, everything disappeared. It's because of my rollback bar. That's fine. That's according to plan. So now I have full control of the pedals and the shaft independent of each other, and that's exactly what I want. So we've done our first. We're finished with the pedals. Let's go and do the same for the pedal pulleys now. So, and most what I need to do, I think, on this is that I need to see what I did with the plane here. Exactly. This plane of the pedal pulleys is offset from the pedal shaft, and these are the relationships that I want to remove all of them today. I want to offset everything from the mid plane because of where I am in the process. Later in the process, this would make more sense, but when I want to move everything around willy-nilly, I don't want to do this. So let's take a peek of where about it is. It's about there. So we're going to remove this. We're going to choose this instead. And I'm going to put it almost at the same place there. And it works, and it flipped the shaft. Okay. So this is an Onshape issue with the Z direction. It flipped the Z direction. We had that issue yesterday. I'm going to run in some of those stuff today. It's fine. I'll work with that. I'll just pull this forward, and I'll extrude the shaft the other way. So basically, Hannes, I'm trying to do slow is smooth, smooth is fast, and I'm trying to be really, really disciplined in how I set this document up. And by preparing it really neatly, I will make up the time later, is my hope, and feeling that I'm in control. So what's this? Oh, it's the rollback bar when I'm in the folder. Okay, we're done with the pedal pulleys.
Damn, you're moving fast.
Yeah, and I'm encountering issues here. I should have taken an image on how everything was before, because of the flipped Z axis. It's a really annoying thing in Onshape. This is now okay. So now for the conveyor gears pair. Conveyor gear 1 is a wrong name of the folder, actually. Conveyor gears 1 should be missing an S, Hannes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
No. Now we're gonna see how this plane is constrained. Exactly. I've constrained this plane from the pedal pulleys, and I don't want to do that. I want to delete this entity. I want to constrain it from the right plane. Has this also flipped? I knew I was going to run into issues, but
Issues are there to be solved.
But mostly on this first one, I think, because the other ones are on their own planes. Thank you for the positivity.
And we have a bunch of new viewers coming in now. And I wasn't paying full attention in the beginning as well. What are you doing exactly right now, Martin? It just says take control on screen.
Yeah, I've been trying to explain that I am I'm changing how I'm moving stuff sideways. I'm constraining everything systematically instead of a little bit haphazardly.
Okay, you're cleaning up the CAD and making it more cohesive.
Yes, and I'm causing some. I'm learning how to do the master part model, so it's the block space that I'm cleaning up. the block space that is controlling the master assembly. We don't have to look at that now because it's not working.
Keep on working.
Okay, this gear should be here. It's just a bit annoying that I don't really. Probably it will sort itself out. Now this plane comes off from the right plane, which is exactly. I'm distancing everything from this one default geometry because of where I am in the project. I want to know exactly how to move things sideways, and I don't want to add relationships that I won't have, because I don't know if this wheel is going to be to the left of this pulley or not. So I don't want to put it to the left of that pulley forever. And this is kind of a quote unquote boring task. Yeah, this is also flipped.
Yeah. But like someone said in the chat the other day, no task is boring in this company.
No, that's good one. This said issue in Onshape is actually bugging me. Onshape should not do this, I feel. Onshape shouldn't do this. It started from the beginning. Everything on this shaft will be flipped. I think I just have to bite the bullet. Yeah, I'll just go. I'm just going to bite the bullet on this one. This is showing why it's important to set things up correctly from the beginning, but I'm learning how to do that now, and that's great. That said flip is really like nothing like that ever happened in Fusion 360. So I'm not used to it, and I'm also not used to preventing it. But I'm learning that now, and I guess that's good. First of all, this plane is offset from the face of this gear. That's exactly what the relationship I don't want to have. When I remove that relationship, I want to offset it from this plane. So we're gonna drag the Huygens over here. Probably we can find. Perhaps you can go and do that, Hannes. Can you find a screenshot from yesterday's stream showing kind of a nice look of the drivetrain assembly? You know, when we finished the drivetrain assembly, just take a couple of screenshots and paste them for me in some of our chat channels, because then I can remember where all the gears were, because everything is upside down today.
Drivetrain, you say?
Yeah, the drivetrain assembly.
Let's see if I can find
it's this
that one, right?
It's this one with all the parts, where all the parts are brown and gray.
Yeah. I will see if I can find it. But before I do that, I just want to, while you get on to the next couple of steps here, I just want to some little chats here. Here's from user HD4EK3WN4Q. Knowing that the folders will get rearranged by the end of the video adds a lot of suspense. Well done.
Oh, we have our robot voice is back. I don't know. Are you robot voice now, Hannes?
I don't hear any robot voice.
You are robot voice. Sorry, everyone. I'm just going to disconnect the audio and we'll get right back. 1 second here. Let's see. Robot voice is not fixed. Hello. Let's see now. Can chat confirm they hearing the bit crushing on Hannes' voice?
I don't see anything in chat yet. People are not. Do you hear it as well?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was talking about the chat.
Check. Yeah.
Yeah. It's on both now, I see. People are saying. They are becoming one with the machine. I hear you perfectly.
Actually,
Am I
check.
normal?
Yeah, I think that fixed it.
Am I a real boy?
If chat would be
No.
so kind to confirm that the audio is clean on your side, we'd be very grateful.
Let's see what chat has to say.
Check. Yeah. I was expecting to fly through this cleanup, but
Clean and clear now. All good now.
okay, thank you.
Awesome.
So I was expecting to really fly through this cleanup and impress everyone, including myself. And it's just the opposite now. I need to flip all this. There's no way around it, really. So I'm going to see what I need to unconstrain here.
I just had to say also that I saw a real MVP name in the chat that I had to shout out, and that was Mr. Gonzo later.
Oh, nice.
A real true MVP from before.
Absolutely.
He says, can't hang around, but are we absolutely ruling out moving the flywheel to the back? Would be space for a 2-meter wheel there. And that would still be visible, but only complicate the drivetrain a little.
I think parallel shafts gives the machine some kind of authenticity. Like they would never turn a flywheel on an old machine 45 degrees if they didn't have to. So I think that was wrong with my other designs, was that I did a lot of shafts that weren't parallel. So I think parallel shafts is needed for the machine to give the machine a look that this is something that could have been built seriously back in the days. As soon as you turn the shafts 45 degrees or 90 degrees, it feels theater. With parallel shaft, it feels like it's real. I think if I do that...
Paul Wilkins says, something I've noticed is that you're squeezing in a lot of features, but the structure that supports them is missing. And that will be addressed in upcoming streams.
Yeah.
More and more. We're getting there.
Yep. We're getting there.
And I have no clue here. MJ Sarah Chandra says, we see you, Wilson. I have no idea what that person is talking about. Has Wilson appeared in the stream? He's one unruly fella, that one. I don't know.
Was he there?
I have no idea. It seems like it just appeared out of nowhere.
Okay.
And Mark Guitar says, you know the quote-unquote words now. You're learning the grammar of Onshape.
Oh, that's kind of you. That is probably very true. Oh yeah, this one was on the side. Oh. Yeah, this C flip is really bugging me. But we're not going to be deterred. We're going to just execute instead.
Keep on moving forward.
I have to redo this Higgins drive sketch. But soon I think the C flip issues will end. Because I think the other documents are on the same plane. And when I don't change the plane for the sketch, it should work. So we're going to 400, so let's make this 200. 200. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Do we even need a belt in the blob space? I guess we kind of do. Or should we add that in the... Let me just see how much has broken here now. Oh, just the belt has broken. Okay, let's add the belt. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I would like to isolate everything else when I'm sketching. Now, is there a way that I can isolate all the other parts here? I forget how I'm doing that. Let's learn that, because it's annoying with all the other geometry wanting to make automatic constraints. So let's just learn that a little bit quick. In Onshape, when sketching, how to isolate the view and turn other parts off. Manually, I don't want to do that. Hide other, fastest, isolate. There is isolate I want. Yeah, I need to go from the part. That's what I was missing. Okay, maybe not from there. Is it from here? We have isolate here. Here we have isolate. And when I'm in the sketch, no. Hide all. I think that is a bit strange, actually. I would like to just temporarily see only the sketch. I'm not so happy with that in Onshape yet, but it's probably because I don't know how to do it. Now let's add the belt. It sucks to redo this, but it's definitely the right thing to spend time on currently. Because I need to take full control, as the thumbnail is clearly showing.
I'm sorry. I'm doing the screenshots. That's what I'm not answering you.
That's good. Screenshots will come in really handy. Oh, I did this wrong as well. Tangential, 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 tangential. And this shouldn't be constrained with a distance. This should be constrained with and when this line is vertical, and we're making what I'm really happy about, Hannes, is the fact that I'm choosing to spend the time on what I need to do. Shift O, no, concentric we already have. Oh, nice. As I said in the beginning of the video, this is one of those tasks that perhaps would be postponed when making a lot of videos, because it doesn't translate into into a good video. But I think for a live stream, I think it's perhaps also not good content, but we don't care. We care about progress.
We care about work.
We want to make the live streams entertaining, educating. We care, actually, but we care more about work. I think in the end, if we're making progress, that's, I think, what everyone can, like, if there's something everyone agrees on, it's like that progress would be a good idea. Okay, belt is forming slowly here. I don't want a curve. T for tangential, T and T. Boom. And Shift O for concentric. Boom. And we're going to say that we want this to be 10. Things should start looking okay. Now when I screwed up the... this should be... Wait, am I doing it wrong? That should be there. Now when I screwed up this C flip in the beginning... it feels even more like I'm redoing stuff. So people who are used to Onshape is probably well aware about this C-flip issue. As I said previously, it's something that I never encountered in Fusion 360, and it's just something that I need to learn to prevent when I'm setting up the CAD, and I haven't learned that yet, but I'm learning it the hard way. We had an interesting C-flip issue yesterday.
Yeah.
That we solved with some constraints, but it still feels... And actually, I talked to Derek Van Allen, my Onshape guru, about when to use mate connectors to sketch on instead of planes. And he said one of the reasons is that the mate connector is in better control of which way C is. C is the C axis, which is the up and down axis. Okay, we got the belt. Let's see how much... Oh, that worked great. That actually worked. So
I sent some screenshots in our chat for you.
Nice.
Later on.
So here's my annoyance with the show hide all and show all. Now I see all these parts that I don't want to see also. So I have to sketch without hiding the parts, I guess.
Paul Wilkins says, we are not necessarily here to be entertained from the live feed. We are here to share in the work being done.
Nice.
There we go. That's a nice sentiment.
Happy to hear. And I fixed the Huygens drive C-flip issue. And I'm scared to add the next conveyor gears here now to see how many C-flips we will have. Let's look at this one. That works better, I think.
And from Twitch, I am Sam Gibbs says, I'm so here for the new stream in Arc.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
We are too. So happy to share in that sentiment. So now I need to check a screenshot. I think these gears should be to the right of these gears. Or
hopefully I covered enough angles for you.
Let me first show what I'm doing here. The plane of these gears are offset from this gear. I thought I was smart, like, oh, it should be an offset of this gear. I can move everything in together. That's not how I want this document to be set up anymore. So that's what I'm going over. So I'm changing. I'm going to delete where this plane comes from. And instead, I'm going to choose this default geometry plane, the right plane. And then I'm going to manually drag it about where I think it should be. This will give me full control of this model in a new way. So now when placing this gear, I have to take a sneak peek on what Hannes have sent me. All right. Yes, that helps. This gear should be on the right side of this one. And now is the whole idea. Now I can just double click this plane. I can just drag it. And I know this won't affect anything else. I can just move this. And it's not always the correct ways of doing stuff. But right now it's good. This has also flipped. I think I flipped the whole thing. I'm a bit scared of that. But the good thing with these parts is that we can flip this by just moving this unconstrained blue circle here. Over to the other side. Nothing breaks. Good.
Lidde says, nice. Coffee break in Säffle and Wintergatan Livestream. Smiley. Säffle, you're close to me then.
Nice.
Closer to me than Martin, at least.
Nice.
So good to have you here. Fellow Swede.
I've been driving through Säffle. I played... or was that Åmål? Sorry for Säffle if I mix you up with Åmål. That's
it's close-ish.
That's not good. I've been there a lot, actually.
Driving through Säffle, you stopped at the one traffic light then.
Yes.
Is it notorious for that?
Yes. So these conveyor shafts are going to be blind extrusions. Yes, this one is good. And people will say like you should do it this way or that way. And what I'm really learning is that CADing is like different in different parts of the project. And what did I do now? There's a lot of like ways to do the same thing in CAD. And that's why it's like such a rich discussion in how to set things up. These are also blind. I'm happy for that. And also, Hannes, later we're going to remove the spokes on all these. They're only going to be discs, but that's the next step of the cleanup.
Okay, only discs. Okay.
So here we come to the flywheel. Oh, the document is really in good shape with a chronology here. And the flywheel. So now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to check what is the flywheel based on. And it's offset from a gear. I don't want that. I'm going to choose offset from the right plane instead. And we're going to put the mid plane of the flywheel over here. And this feels great. I am in full control now.
Fantastic.
Let's check the sketch.
Do you know what else feels great? Reading comments like this from Viren. HV Viren. Home office in the Netherlands today. Working while having you on a second screen helps me to focus on work as well. Let's get some work done today. And that is the highest praise we can get.
Yeah, good luck, HV Viren. Love the Netherlands. Been spending quite a lot of time in the Netherlands. Fantastic country. And
let's all be accountability partners for each other.
We all need some body doubling in this. That's fantastic. It feels like this has moved, but perhaps not. So now I changed the plane for the conveyor belt for the right plane. Actually, it was already there. So this one is good. I do want to change order later on this, but that's for later. So yeah, good luck, Viren, with what you're doing today. The frame didn't break. Happy for that. This frame, don't take it as gospel. It's just extremely
placeholder.
It's just extreme placeholder, but it says that I want to be inspired by skeleton clocks. Not exactly this skeleton clock, but by skeleton clocks for this design. Frameworks, belt is in the correct position. Okay, maybe the C-flip issue has stopped now.
Oof.
No, it hasn't. Something is wrong here. It's even red in the bar here. So let's go back to see what's happening here.
I mean, it's so satisfactory watching the red stuff go away. This is the best content out there right now.
But it's not really satisfactory that I created the red stuff. Oh wait.
But you're fixing it now instead of just kicking it down the hill.
Let's change this plane. Same thing here. Face of extrude. I don't want that. I want to offset it from the default geometry. Looks like we're having the C-flip issue on this. Let's see what happens now. I was kind of hoping that would fix the sketch. It didn't. So yeah, learning the hard way. Oh, this is referencing. I'm amazed that this whole sketch died. I don't understand why, actually. But fear not, we're just going to redo it. And then we can also simplify this one while doing that. So bye-bye everything. And we're going to reference this. And conveyor belt is going to reference me later. So, and we're just going to do discs we're not going to do spokes because I talked to Derek and he said blobs should be as minimal as your imagination allows. Those are mine words, not his, but he said like, yeah, do the blobs minimal. It just takes a bit more imagination. But I think we're gonna look at the machine in the master assembly where we need no imagination. Yeah, it's only gonna be fascination. Can I sketch through all the parts here for the belt? There are some custom features to make belts and pulleys faster, but they had so many stuff, so I'm just doing it like this for now.
Mark Guitar has a nice comment for us here as well. I have an hour of physiotherapy to do each day. These live streams take my mind off the stretches as I watch you stretch the plans for my favorite online project into existence.
Oh.
Cheers, Martin and Hannes.
Thank you, Mark Guitar, and well done with your physio. We are Hannes is better than me on that, but it's such a great use of time always.
And we have a generous donation coming from Kyle Mills. I am biased because the massive marble machine was awesome. The stage marble machine was awesome. The OG marble machine was awesome. The MMX was awesome. It's 4 a.m. in Kansas, still awesome. I love that everything is awesome. Thank you so much for your support, Kyle.
Thank you very much. It's very appreciated. 5 here is wrong. 10.
And I promise you, when this machine gets done, this will be awesome as well. Because you know what? A working marble machine is awesome.
There was someone who said it yesterday when I was like talking about making some cool design. Someone said, I think a marble machine is cool, something like that. To just remind that it's like...
it is still pretty cool that marbles play music. That is the cool feature.
Okay, that took me more time than it needed, but we're fine now. And for everyone freaking out about the blue lines, I'm leaving some blue lines deliberately. I want to be able to move this pulley around and the belt is following nicely, as you can see. That's how I control up and down and back and forwards positions. Let's see what happens when we okay this sketch. Is the extrudes going to accept them? No. Let's make them accept them. So we're gonna have this one. I'm gonna have this one. Did I do 30 millimeters? Fine. Let's do that.
And Paul asks here, can the Derek Onshape expert guy be invited into one of the live streams to provide feedback and fix-ups now that you have some content there? And I guess that is absolutely an idea.
We're talking about it. He's busy making other stuff, but as soon as he's available, we're going to hopefully invite Derek back because he's such a great teacher. And people even think he is from Onshape. That's how good it is, but it's not. Look here, Hannes. This circular pattern feature that is red now, that comes from the fact that I did gears in the blob space. Spokes. We're not going to do spokes here. So in the blob space here, the master part, I can delete these features. So instead of fixing that red, I'm deleting the red. And I'm really happy about that because that's cleaning up this document. And like spending time here in the beginning of the project, getting this document in mint condition is like exhilarating to me. I love that. We're seeing that this shaft is too short and I know exactly how to fix that. I can just drag this out without anything else moving. That's how I want this set up. All right, done with the conveyor gears. Let's see what happens with the music gears. Can I roll the bar? No, I changed the place of the folders. There's the rollback bar. extrude conveyor drive shaft. I also need to fix that. So let's do. Why is it not visible? We're not gonna have an offset distance. We're going to do blind. Oh. Much, much, much better. I'm fixing small errors in all of these parts. And for new viewers, this isn't the machine. This is the document controlling the machine.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking control over the document. Oh, this is how the master assembly looks right now. It's controlling this assembly.
Mm.
It's controlling all these parts. And soon I will be controlling it. Which means I will be the puppet master of the master assembly. All right, let's continue. Music gears 1 here. Now I have to take a sneak peek on the
my screenshots.
On the screenshots Hannes
Yay!
sent.
I did good job.
I can't bring it into the stream because it's on top of the... I almost see... Okay, that's actually to the right. So now we're gonna see how this plane is decided. And see here again, we have this plane is coming off the plane of the Huygens drive. And I thought I was smart, and I changed. It was kind of smart until I changed my mind. So we're gonna instead reference the default geometry, the right plane here, and these gears are on the inside of the Huygens drive there. So now when I want to change them, I just double click the plane. I just drag them sideways. Nothing else is sliding, so I have full control. Let's fix this shaft.
RP8564 says, "Morning, colleagues."
Oh, nice.
That is really nice.
We love that. Morning, colleagues. Colleague.
And Poopsy Doodle on Twitch says, "Hi, Wilson." Did Wilson appear again? Oh, wow. I need to have a chat with that guy.
There's a whole world that I don't, that I'm
He's ruining the streams.
I'm unaware of. Okay.
Can't contain the guy.
Let's move on to the Music Gears 2. I'm not running into a lot of issues anymore. And let's see how this was done. Again, I referenced another plane of the Music Gears. I don't want to do that. I want to reference the default geometry. Boom. And I think this gear is to the left of the Huygens drive. I think it should be there. And that checks out. Let's do this a little bit shorter. We don't have that interference there. I'm not saying this is perfect for all applications to CAD like this, but I'm kind of... I feel, Hannes, that I'm very happy because I feel like I know what I know what I'm doing, and I know this is going to get results for me in my situation.
It works for you.
Until now, because now something broke. Why and what? What just happened there? Okay.
It works for you.
Okay, let's see what happens here. Something is... We're extruding that. Yeah. Blind and blind as I want it. This sketch is referencing... I don't understand what happened here. because I shortened this. I kind of want to provoke it to happen again to just get an idea of what I'm missing. It's like when there's a bug, you try to recreate it. Okay, it's not happening again, so let's leave it at that. And I'm going to swing this wheel over here. Good.
Good.
We're starting to take full control. We can move on to the next part, music flywheel.
And while you move over to the flywheel, we have a donation from Kyle Mills, yet again, that just wants to say, it's crazy this type of technology exists. Back in the day, we used to wing it with plywood and rudimentary math to make music barely work amazingly.
Thank you, Kyle.
Fantastic. That's a great comment. So true.
Really appreciate that. Appreciate all the support. Meanwhile, I did the same. I changed the reference plane. And here comes everyone's favorite flywheel. Why is it like hidden? Oh, when I go into the... Okay, I understand. Yeah, that still lines up good. So dragging all the shafts around like this looks a little beginnerish. I should constrain them perhaps. But it's... I could have... Oh my god, maybe I'm gonna spring clean even harder.
Oh wow, we're going deeper into the cleaning.
Perhaps.
What does it mean?
Yeah, I started with all the shafts. Perhaps I should reference the sketches. Then I can fix the length of the shafts. That could be cool.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see. We're going to see. What most of all, what I want to convey is that I'm being systematic, trying to be systematic.
You're being CAD responsible.
Yes, absolutely. So music flywheel is done for now. Yeah, everything flipped. It's kind of amazing that everything just flipped from the first, because this should be on the other side. So the plane of the we're using some random face here. We're not going to do that. We're going to reference the offset plane. The default plane. We're going to put the music gearbox over here. Let's move it a bit more. And then we know that this shaft needs to be longer. I'm referencing the screenshots and it looks correct. Every morning I play good morning, do on the piano at home, and I'm adding
To everyone's delight.
Yeah, since I go up 6 o'clock in the morning, all my neighbors. But I have a dampening pedal, and I have a dampening pedal. Oh, you know what happened to me when I got home yesterday after 2 large streams?
Mm-hmm.
I was like so tired, but I was like pepping myself up outside the door that I was going to be a very present father with my daughter, and take some time with my daughter, so my girlfriend doesn't have to do everything the whole day. She meets me in the door and she's like, Martin, do you want to see Oppenheimer tonight? I think you need to relax. I'm like, what? Started almost crying. What? Because it was like the last day Oppenheimer was like streaming on some streaming service that I saw, like, oh, I haven't seen Oppenheimer. And she's like, I'll go and get you a palak paneer and you watch Oppenheimer. What do you think? Do you want a Coke Zero with that? I'm like, what? So, yeah.
Lucky.
Thank you, Elizabeth. That was like that was crazy, and I enjoyed the movie.
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
You want to know a shocker?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the movie.
Oh. I thought you were all in for the double feature. Oh, you only wanted Barbie.
Barbenheimer. I only watched Barbie.
You only wanted Barbie. Meanwhile, I'm not going to derail myself too much here. I'm just checking what but this makes sense. This is correct, actually. Music gears. What is the plane? Aha. This is not correct. What is this face of extrude gearbox doing there? We want to reference this plane. And let's put them... I wonder if people who are CADing can relate to the feeling of going back, regaining control of your document. And like, I'm not proud of how the machine looks now, but this will help me make the machine look fantastic. And it's going to be much faster making decisions and just cladding away, like CADing with clad. It's going to be faster. Programming wheel ends up in a good position. Some interference, we don't care currently. Or maybe we care. I want to move this a little bit to the left, Hannes. You know what? I can. Double click a plane, move it to the left, and we're fine with interference. And now you see this shaft is too short, and that's what I think I'm going to go back and fix in the next round of cleaning.
Clean the shafts.
Yep. Let's hide the ceiling. We don't wanna limit ourselves with ceilings and stuff.
What does a ceiling have to do with us?
For any new viewers, we added this yesterday because this is the ceiling of my music studio, so I shouldn't build the machine higher than that yellow box. Hannes is referencing one of my most famous favorite quotes from the Bruce Springsteen biography when Clarence Clemons, a saxophone player in the E Street Band, is asking for a pay rise to Bruce, and Bruce goes to him, "Clarence, you're the highest paid saxophone player in the world. You have to get in touch with the real world." And Clarence replies to Bruce, "What does the real world has to do with us?"
I mean, that is the best quote ever.
And he got his raise. So that's the megalomaniac side of me and Hannes that keeps on pushing.
Yeah, what does the real world have to do with us?
Start crank, everyone. Let's see. Where did it go? I should see it. It's hidden. It's there. It's on the wrong place. Fear not, because we're gonna take control. Again, the start crank is referencing some face that we don't want it to reference. So boom. Do you remember yesterday the issue we had with the handle of the start crank, Hannes?
Oh, how could I forget?
Yeah. Today, I'm going to fix that in a different way. So this shaft needs to be... Why can't I? Am I in a zoom? No. Why can't I pick this shaft? We're going to fix it in another way.
And this is a question that comes a lot of times for people who watch the naming of the different parts here. I'm gonna answer this once. What are the ass frame and ass drivetrain?
Okay, perhaps
it stands for assemble or assembly, right?
Okay.
I see that comment a lot.
Let me change that naming convention. It was unfortunate. Drivetrain assembly. Okay. We are working to be family friendly. We're basically all our focus is to trying to be family friendly here. So
yeah. I answered this one time. Now Martin has fixed it. You're welcome.
Droppers ass. I'm going to rename that droppers assembly. I wanted to save space.
Yeah.
I have an idea. I do all caps for the assemblies. Drivetrain. Ha!
There we go.
I can best of both. Droppers.
And he already... Tetranaut got happy immediately. Ah, that makes more sense.
Okay, we have a new convention. We do all caps for assemblies.
Okay.
Okay. I absolutely love. I love getting helped by the chat. So that was good to clear that out. The start crank, I think, is in position. I don't know what what happened with the handle. Oh, it wasn't in here. It was in the next one. Okay, good. And I think we're kind of soon done with this task, Hannes. The first round, because now we only have the flyball governor still, and it's also flipped. Wow. Wow. Okay. Let me go into the sketch of this and see if I can salvage some of this work. And I think here also I made too much details on the flyball governor here inside. First of all, the plane of the flyball governor is referencing a face. We don't want that. We want it referencing the default geometry, like that. So how was that positioned? Was it maybe to the... it was probably more to the left then. A little bit more. Eventually I'm gonna give great values to all this, but it's really early days. And this sketch has died somehow. So if you're having a problem and you don't know why, in CAD I mean, you can just roll back the history bar and you can like try to see where things go wrong. So you can build it up like part by part like this by rolling back. So far it's good. I think it went wrong somewhere here. Yeah, because it went wrong here. So something's wrong with this sketch. Oh, this sketch wasn't constrained also. I think I'm going to change a lot of this. So, what's happening? Yeah, it's the C flip.
The C flip entered here as well?
Yeah, the C flip entered here as well. I'm gonna use this geometry and redo this. My whole assembly got turned upside down today just because I went back to clean it, which is kind of scary.
What is that red?
It's a revolve that doesn't like all these planes, I think. No, this is better. What happened? Wow. This over this. I was too fast. And we're revolving the shaft. Okay. Is that an add? No, it's a new. Just took the same color. All right, Hannes. We're actually done. That was less fun than I thought because of the C flip issue, which is, for everyone wondering, C is the C axis. You can see it up here in the navigation cube. Let me zoom in on that. That C axis is a blue axis.
You don't see that. Let me.
No,
There we go.
Oh, nice. Yeah, okay, because it was behind you.
Yeah.
So the C axis, and in Onshape, for some reason, Sketches doesn't. The way I've understood it is that Sketches doesn't keep track of what is up and what is down. I don't understand why. There's probably a great explanation. I need to learn this because it's setting me back a lot. It was never an issue in Fusion 360. But I think now that this model is perfect. All the planes are... Can I show all planes? Show all planes. Here they are.
Look at that.
The
Stacked.
So this kind of tells you that these planes are systematically, that they are on a row like this. All my planes start from the same default geometry, which is a very stable way to build this up. Later, when I know that this wheel is going to be 10 centimeters left of this wheel, I can then add that relationship if I want to at that time. But right now, I want to be able to move everything around completely freely. Great. I wish...
You're done with the first pass.
Yeah, we're done with taking control.
So, you've done the vacuuming. Is it now time to mop the floors as well?
I would love to do some more extensive spring cleaning. So you can add another point on the Wilson's list, deep clean.
Okay, so we're getting to deep clean.
Yeah, now we're going to...
Oh, wow.
Now I'm going to deep clean. Because the whole document is starting with the instruments, the old instruments I made, and I want to see if I can pull them to the end of the document. So my chronology of the folders is perfect, because right now the document starts with this old stuff folder, and I think that's not what I really. I'm going to take a wild approach and just drag the old stuff folder to the very end of the document, see if anything breaks. And it kind of shouldn't. Why is it? Oh, is it because it's after the rollback bar? No, something happened. I pulled a folder into a folder. It's in italic. Okay. Good. The old stuff isn't referencing the new stuff, so nothing broke, which is great news. And the old stuff, I kind of want to clean the old stuff, but it's not necessary, so I'm going to... Let's collapse. What if I collapse this? No. Unpack. Unpack. I'm gonna unpack that folder. All right, that was quick. Now all the instruments appear on the end. Let's see if our master assembly is healthy still. It is. I'm very happy to see that. What's this? Subassembly contains mate errors. There's mate errors in the drivetrain subassembly. Let's go and check what's happening here. So some mate connector here is red. Cannot find instance of mate connector. So something in the cleaning remove the mate feature. So we're gonna be careful to see. Oh, I don't have a rollback bar here. Can I find out which assembly this broken mate connector belongs to? Let's just delete these red mate connectors. Delete them. Perhaps something is loose now that I need to remate. It's annoying I can't go to full screen when I'm in Onshape. Let's see if I can drag something. Oh, I can. So probably I removed some part of the music flywheel, which that was probably the mates. So now we're going to add mate connector to instance origin. Oh, it was the mate connector. Okay. And we're going to hit the the tangent M, the key M for a fastened mate. To the origin. It's kind of sluggish there. And we fixed the red. And the master assembly has no red. Good.
Good. And speaking of good, Elaine says, good morning, guys. I'm very impressed, Hannes. I'm very impressed. Hannes, you really keep Martin focused. Good work. And yes, thank you so much. Good morning to you, Elaine. And that is the sole purpose of these live streams. We're sitting down. Martin is focused on doing actual good work. And we will try to live stream 4 days a week. Sitting morning and afternoon. Just Martin working away on the machine. On Wednesdays, we will do a weekly recap of all the live streams for all the people who can't watch all the live streams. But I'm glad that it seems to be working. Thank you so much for the compliment there, Elaine. As long as Martin is focused, I'm one happy camper.
Thank you, Elaine. I think it's Elaine from Canada, if I don't misremember. Wasn't that Elaine who was up early yesterday?
Elaine Anderson could be. Anyway, good morning and thank you so much.
Yep. Okay, that works. Everything is healthy. I could move. This feels great. And while I'm at it, Hannes, I want to. Oh, this is interesting. These things have broken, which actually I'm happy to see. Do you see they look different now? And it has like a gray color on the inside and brown on the outside.
Is that because you deleted the spokes?
I haven't gone to that step, but that's what I want to do now.
Okay.
Because what I've realized is that all the details should be added in the part studio. Mm-hmm. This is the blob space. This should be as minimal as humanly possible. So perhaps I should make an example of the largest wheel, the flywheel. Mm-hmm. And then I kind of want to, but I also want to deep clean the shafts. But I think, what should I do first? Let's actually start with this wheel. So in here, the way I built all these parts up is that I have a plane and I have a sketch. Most of these sketches look like this. There's kind of a lot of information in here because I'm doing spokes in the blob parts. So I do all these sketch lines in the blob parts, and then with that I extrude like perhaps we should roll the history here so I can show. I extrude only 1/6 of the wheel, and then I'm putting the wheel together with a circular pattern. But I don't want to do that in here because this is the blob space. It's too much information, and it also gives us problem. You remember yesterday the problem with the handle of the crank?
Yeah.
We had that issue because of this. So what I want to do with all these wheels, I want to go into these sketches, delete all this.
And instead do them in the parts.
Yes. So I can delete all this. How do I... Wait, I want to select only the line. This is another thing that I'm having issue with. I should press something. Like, Onshape always impresses on me, and when it doesn't, I get pissed off. There's like, you see, there's an arc here, and there's a circle here, and there's not a simple way to. I want to delete the arc, and it's not a simple way. I have to learn this. So let's go and learn that. When I have an arc on a sketch circle. How do I select only the arc? No, they are completely on top of each other. You select other, right click, select other. Okay, that's what I thought it was. Right click, select other. Oh yeah, here's, I go into a full menu. It's like 5 clicks to pick that line. Okay, we learned something, select other, but it's annoying. Now, Hannes, this is a construction line. We're gonna make this into a normal line. Boom. This is going to be the flywheel in the blob space.
There we go. Kind of obstructing some of the view.
Yeah, this was, I wanted to be able to see stuff in here, but we're and perhaps so here now we can remove this circular pattern, and we make everything cleaner and simpler. But there might be an argument for making all the wheels rings. So I'm just going to give that as an option here. The other idea would be to extrude. Let me show the sketch. So this would kind of be the other idea, to extrude like this in the. I think it's a bit harder to understand, right?
Yeah, actually.
You think this is a space, and then you're gonna forget. So we're going to do full blob. We're gonna go full blob here.
Martin going full blob. Love it.
Oh, now you can also see why I did not want that from the beginning when I wanted to see stuff.
Yeah.
But then we can make the wheels beautiful in a much better way. And I think this will convey to the audience what the master part method is. So we're going to go to the music flywheel. Oh, that's the wrong assembly. Is it here? The music flywheel part studio, which is here. And now it's just that disk. And now we're gonna think really, really carefully about how to move forward here.
Usak wonders, can you have semi-transparent stuff?
Oh, that's a great idea. Let's actually, thank you, Usak. Let's see. I also haven't learned about, is it transparency here? No, let's go and learn how to do that.
And while you do that, I got a follow-up from Elaine. And she says, thanks guys. And actually, I'm in Illinois, USA. I got a couple of shoutouts on the previous MMX live streams. And you read my comment the other day. Yes, I'm often up late or early. LOL.
Nice. Illinois. So fun to have people from everywhere tuning in. We're really happy for that. Right click the part. Click make transparent. Is that easy? Right click the part, make transparent. Ooh. What a great idea.
Yeah, a lot of people have said that.
Expand distance. Oh, this is cool. You can expand the transparency distance. I think like the frame should not be, shafts should not be transparent, but the select transparent geometry. I can't make it like fully. This is a strange slider. Like I can't make it fully solid. It didn't stick though. Make transparent. Like I don't want this window to always be there. Yeah. And now. How do I make the part keep being transparent? It goes back to solid when closing the interface. Make transparent is temporary view only. How to make transparent persistence? You need to change appearance, adjust the transparency slider. That's what I tried to do. There was no transparency slider.
Edit the part.
Edit appearance. Maybe I need to assign a material, because here I tried this first.
Below the color choice, someone says. There's a small slider in the appearances.
Here. Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat. Fantastic. I love getting help from the chat, of course.
Thomas Leefort Jesuisen. Yeah. Sorry for the pronunciation. But Thomas with a great comment.
Thank you, Thomas. 50%, something like this, I think would look good.
That is great.
So funny that I added all these spokes just because I needed to see through the parts, and I didn't think about transparency. Shows you what you know, right?
I have two really wonderful comments I want to read really fast here. One from John1234. Thanks to your live streams, I had the courage to fix my 3D printer. Had a dual screen with one monitor of the stream and the other of my own Onshape project. And that is so wonderful to hear, that we can be of some small help, keeping you company and keeping you focused on your projects. And the best of luck on all your Onshape projects as well.
100%. Thank you.
And Robert says, this is awesome. This shows the true work of engineers, how they need to obsess over setting up the project correctly so it does not derail down the line.
That's
You understand banger content, Robert. I love that.
Thank you, Robert. That's what that's what I need to learn, to not fail with the machine. That's why I think I'm a good case study for like engineering schools. Like, don't do what Martin did. It's like,
don't start with the plywood.
Yeah. But now we need to Robert's comments, we need to really focus here, because now I'm setting up a systematic approach on how to make these gears in the part studios. We're gonna take this blobby disc and make a beautiful part. And I think I'm going to do it on 2 sketch planes. So now I'm gonna use a mate connector that I positioned in the middle for the first sketch plane. And I think the one I want to start with is the revolving sketch plane. I'm going to move this over the y-axis, I think. Rotate. $90. This mate connector rotated 90 degrees. And it's important when you click, so it's really finding the middle of the geometry. We're now going to sketch on this mate connector. And now we're going to choose some few elements. I wonder if I want to do it the other way. I want to start perhaps with this. Do I want to start with a sideways sketch? Yes. Okay. We're going to do it the other way. I changed my mind. This mate connector, we're not going to rotate it. We're going to use it flat like that. I'm going to start with the sketch from the side, because I just think that is a cleaner way to start using the geometry. I'm going to hit the tangent U for using geometry. I'm going to use the outer edge, and I'm going to use the inner edge. So just to be painfully obvious now, is that if I go back to the... no, let's not do that. If I change the size, these sketch lines will also change, because I'm using the geometry of the blob disk.
Yeah.
So here in this sketch, we're going to sketch everything that is from the side. Okay, let's do it like, I want some points. I'm thinking about my next sketch plane. Let's do it this way. I'm going slow now because now I'm trying to set up a systematic approach for all the gears.
Yeah, no rushing now.
So I'm not like, yeah, slow is smooth, smooth is fast.
There we go.
Trying to do something like that.
Just a fast little comment here from Paul.
Yeah.
The word sketch on the plane looks upside down. Should that be right side up?
Oh. Yeah, this is... Yeah. Yeah. Now this looks good, but the cube looks strange.
Mm-hmm.
I think it doesn't matter as long as... I think kind of it doesn't matter, but I'm not sure.
Derek!
Derek. So now I want to do... I'm thinking in 2 sketch planes simultaneously. That's why it goes extra slow here. These are not construction lines. Oh, I'm only going to do a cutout now. These are construction lines. Okay, let's just continue, and it will unfold. I'm making them parallel, and I like to draw lines without giving them the constraints. You see, I just draw them, and then I hit I and make them coincident later.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I learned from Marius. Wait, now I know how to do it. I'm gonna have a construction arc to there. All right, this is good. Because I want this point for the next sketch. And now here, we're not going to say that this is 666, which it was from the beginning, because that's the number of the beast. So instead, we're gonna give it a relationship to the outer edge.
Neighbor of the beast.
The neighbor of the beast, 100. So we're gonna give it a relationship, which means that this will always be 100 no matter how big we do the blob in the blob space. And we're also gonna make the hub here. Oh, I don't have to choose 2 then, I can just do that. So let's try 100. It didn't like that. It's too... Okay, you know what happened now? We have some kind of mistake coincident here. This should not be constrained yet. We have an I. Yeah. What did it even? What did it even choose? So let's choose the width of the spokes. 20. And good CAD practice is to not put the same dimension twice. So I'm going to solve that by adding one of those other construction arcs here. From there to there. Make that a construction line. I'm going to hit, so check here, Hannes. We're going to hit E for equal. And we're going to do this line and this line equal. That's not how that works. Okay. I tried to be smart.
Backfired.
It backfired. How should I? Because I've been thinking about, do I really need to make like a straight line? In Onshape, I would be able to set up a variable right off, which is how I would have solved that in Onshape. So let's not derail on that technical issue now. But I always want this the same amount as this. Should I really add a variable? No. It's okay to be slow, but it's not okay to be sluggish. Boom.
While you fix that, I have another nice comment from Thomas. Thomas, the guy who helped you fix the transparency.
Oh, thank you, Thomas.
Thomas says, Martin, you inspired me to try Onshape. First time I tried it, I hated it. But I retried recently, and now that I learned how it works, I love it. Metal sheet and standard fasteners components are amazing.
Derek says that the metal sheets are crazy good. I don't do any of them, so I've never seen it, but so super fun to hear. And I think, yeah, the collaboration features are going to be amazing for me.
Yeah, can't wait.
There's a lot of stuff happening that I don't understand now. Why is the disc not 10 centimeters anymore? So maybe I picked, okay, I picked two faces. That makes sense. Again, I'm trying to choose sketch planes through the part. That's not working well. All right, we're going to go do the cutout. This will make this will make sense soon, Hannes. Wait. This is not how I want to do this, because I want 2 parts. Yeah, sorry for going a bit slow. I've been thinking this through overnight, because I want to make a metal inner structure and a wooden outside part, and I'm debating all the time what to do in which sketch. That's why it goes slow here. Because I actually want to start with just... So let's remove this. What's that? What's that little line? I'm gonna do a full circle and not an arc, 100. And then I'm gonna make these coincident again. I just have to like accept when I feel a bit stupid for being slow, because if I always like nervous on stream and trying to like work faster than I should, it's going to be inefficient in the long run.
Yeah, you have to stop that, because then the streams become counterproductive.
Yep.
You need to take it slow. And what is this? Living like Larry Wilson. Henry Wilson. Okay, I guess Wilson popped up again. A rogue Wilson answers the chat. Oof. Can't contain that guy.
Is this how I should do this? Is this how I should do this?
Jean Fox says, we have to put this week a 15 on Closer to World Tour graph. I haven't followed all the streams, but the design looks like becoming more and more concrete.
Oh, lovely to hear that.
The World Tour graph. That's something we need to bring back as well, Martin. Perhaps end the days with the graph.
Let's do
on
that.
The afternoon streams.
Let's do that because of Gin Fox. Infox.
Gin Fox.
It's so far away from me, that screen, so I can't read it. That's a great idea. I can't make my mind up what to do in what sketch. I want to do some stuff in the next revolve sketch. I want to do some stuff here.
Cam Bam 1, we're here for the journey, not the speed run.
Thank you. But I still think it would be good to have a... So this one... Let's do it like this. Let's take that away. I wanna just be left with the gear teeth. So this is kind of the gear teeth. All right, let's do it like this. And now I'm going to do a plane on this line for that second sketch, which is the sketch that I've been constantly bugging you all about, because I didn't know what to put in this. No, we're not going to do that yet. We're going to actually also do the spokes first from this sketch. All right, I think I know where I'm going now. It took me some time. So let's do the spokes from here. Let's just see if my extrude survived. It didn't. I know why. That's the good side of that.
And Mark says world tour graph as part of the weekly summary on Wednesdays. That could also be a good idea.
Or just recapping all the new dots or something. It's a good idea. Now we're going to extrude the spokes, and I want this as a second part. Let's start with 100, and we're gonna do new. We're gonna do symmetric, and you see it gets its own color right away. That's what I've been going for a bit. And now we're doing in here. We're doing the circular patterns that I was doing out in the blob space. In here, it's fine to have a lot of features. But out there, it's not. So let's do 6. I'm gonna add. We're getting the gear. It's getting closer. But now I wanna make this more beautiful by make the gears thinner. And we're going to do that from this other plane by adding a revolve sketch. And on this revolve sketch, we're going to use, and this is also, I've been thinking this through. Yeah, this will work, right? I can just use that whole thing. Should I also use this? And this.
Oh, I just love these kinds of comments from Sasa. I'm a full-time student studying aerospace engineering.
Cool.
And I've been loving having your stream up in the background while I do work. Your productivity motivates me to stay productive myself. Those types of comments, they mean the world to us.
Yes. Good luck with the aerospace engineering. Sounds so cool. So now, which one is which? That one is that one. All this geometry should... Yeah, this will follow. Let's do a midline. So now we can change the width of everything here. So I want this to be, say, 35. I want the spokes to be even thinner. That goes down here. So that's like 22. And then the hub is wide again. I think that should be the full 10 centimeters wide. we're gonna mirror what we just did. Mirror over this line, this and this line. And now we can do the revolve. Forgot to put Shift W. Now I can take this and I can revolve it over this. We're not going to create new parts. We're going to cut it away. So let me just put this here. It broke. Why? Because of the merge scope. Yeah, I forgot. I always forget the merge scope. In Fusion 360, that was automatic, which means that I always miss it. Oh, those lines are ugly. Why? Oh, because I'm not referencing in the middle. I shouldn't say I'm stupid because then Hannes complains.
Yeah.
You see where I'm going with this anyway. It's taking me some time. I can't, of course, reference that. That was kind of bad of me. What should I reference then? Okay. This goes much slower than I wanted to do. I have to reference, of course, the sketch. That was my idea. Let's throw all this out. Bye-bye. I need to reference this sketch. Those were the points I wanted to have. So let's add those. Okay, I'm learning the system that we'll use for everything later. I get annoyed with myself here now.
Yeah, while you're annoyed, I will read some wonderful comments. Like this one from Annie CSR. Learning so much about CADing in Onshape from these streams that I'm applying to my server rack build.
Oh.
Thanks, Martin, for passing on the knowledge.
Oh, that's great.
And we have from Aura AKR. I started watching your journey building MMX in high school, and now I'm an engineer. Thanks for the inspiration, Martin, and a heart.
That's great.
That must warm your heart to hear that you're an inspiration, Martin.
That warms my heart big time. What warms my heart even more is this point here. But I figured out, I'm joking. I figured out if I just add points on all these intersections here, we get a really absolute clean way of referencing the geometry in the next step here. No, that's fantastic. If I mean, I think it's also true, like the pros that tells you exactly how to do things, you can learn a lot from them. Someone making a lot of mistakes, showing those mistakes, you can learn a lot from that too.
Absolutely. And Poopsie Doodle on Twitch is echoing my sentiment. You're not stupid, you're just learning.
Okay. that's way better way.
And B-Boy Kenny says, I like that Martin is learning and practicing, so we learn together with what he struggles with. There we have it.
That's great.
Like you said, you show everything. And people get to learn from it.
I'm having trouble with this. Why can't I just choose that thing? This is annoying. So I want to edit this extrude feature. And now all of a sudden I can't hide the parts while I'm editing the extrude feature. And if I hide the parts first, I'm going into extrude, it's all of a sudden there. Do I have to select other face of sketch? That's how you do it. Okay. This should have taken me 5 minutes. It took me an hour.
Boo-hoo.
That's good, honestly. It keeps me. So now in the second sketch, okay. But I'm having like a zero tolerance for shortcuts, which is new to me, which that's I'm proud of.
Yeah.
So now here we go. Second sketch. Now, these points, Hannes, I have a clear way of referencing where all these planes are. So I can use all these points, hitting U, using all the points. Which means I can build this sketch up cleanly. I'm going to reference that side, perhaps that side too. Use this side and this side. And now I can do clean lines here. Boom. Can do line there, a line there. They're not on the points yet. There will be soon. I for coincident, you make this line coincident with the origin, make this line coincident with this dot, make this line coincident here, this line coincident there. We're being systematic. It's very, I think one thing with like that I really absolutely love with this project is like CADing. I think it's so, I don't know why I think it's so much fun.
Mm.
And also like this feeling now of actually getting control. Sure, it takes some. I don't want to constrain it from the outside. I want to constrain it from the inside. It takes some time, but it's really nice. So I'm gonna mirror over that line. I'm gonna mirror those two. Now we can hit Shift W for wrap, as I call it, which is the revolve command. I can't choose that now. Now we have our revolve. We're going to hit Shift and choose our revolve axis. And it's going to try to... Where's my spokes? Oh, there. Good. Remove, merge scope, bow with the spokes, I guess. And it works on us.
There we go.
It works. It's ugly, but it works. It's not ugly. It's clean, actually. Super clean. Delete old revolve. We're going to do some fillets. Derek tells me to put fillets in as a feature and not as a sketch.
Kyle with a donation here. Come on, Martin. This is basically Microsoft Paint with just a couple more options. I understood what everything meant and all the short keys. Easy peasy.
Oh, I remember MS Paint.
And we have another donation from Very TW. Suggestion, get a Space Mouse Enterprise. A program in all of your shortcuts. Force yourself to try to use your shortcuts without looking down at it. This will make you go 10 to 25% faster with CAD, which adds up.
Wow. Wait, Space Mouse is... Do you mean like a 3D connection mouse? Because I do have one of those. So can you...
Space Mouse Enterprise.
So Space Mouse Enterprise. That's probably the 3D connection mouse. That's probably another one.
Program in all your shortcuts. But thank you so much for the support, both of you. That's awesome.
Thank you so much. And I know I can choose equal length, but I want another size fillet. Oh, perhaps I could have just dragged and selected. I want a shorter fillet on the middle hub. That's why I did that. So that's beautiful, actually. That's a great suggestion. We have a part here. Metal hub. Boom. So it's a little strange that that becomes... Yeah, okay. I'm learning by doing this. Now we have two parts. We have the gears, teeth, and we have the hub. And that took me forever, but with the systematic approach. And now in the main assembly, can you find me a picture of that mouse, Hannes? Is there a lot of buttons on it or something?
I'm gonna see, because he added here, it's the top 3D connection mouse.
I think I have it behind me actually. Okay, so it's the most advanced one. I have a kind of a small one.
I'm gonna see what it looks like.
So this hasn't updated correctly here. Oh, because this is not in huh?
Oh wow.
This is not in this should have updated nicely in the drivetrain subassembly. It doesn't. Interesting. Because I inserted this in kind of another way. You see the symbol here is different for the music flywheel. So I didn't insert it as a rigid perhaps. So let's delete this. Let's do an insert in the drivetrain subassembly. And let's see if we can do it correctly. The music flywheel. Oh, wait, I did it wrong again. I'm going to insert with the Part Studio as a rigid.
I submitted a screenshot of the website.
Oh, nice.
Of the mouse. It looks crazy cool. I got a lot of buttons on it for shortcuts. I understand.
Can you give me the link to the website? I can actually look at it on stream.
Yeah, it looks pretty freaking awesome. But there we go.
Here we have our giant wheel, and now it sits as always. It's floating until I go into the list and add the mate connector. I hadn't... See, we're cleaning up. I hadn't inserted the flywheel correctly. So I'm redoing it and cleaning up. Boom. So now in the master assembly, we have a nicer looking wheel here. Thank you. Thank you. That's kind of daunting, this huge wheel. And especially, we saved a lot of features in the blob space. In the blob space, the wheel looks like this. And in the master assembly, the wheel looks like this. That's the setup for the whole document. Let me go and find that link, because...
Yeah, it looks incredible.
Actually...
I don't understand fully how it works, but the way that you can map your favorite commands and everything to it. It has a little display on it as well.
So I think that would be really interesting. I love to learn from the audience. So here's the mouse with support for your wrist there. Space mouse enterprise. Oh, you have like extrude commands down here?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yeah, scroll down a bit and you can see even more of it.
Okay.
Look at all that.
Because then you can do better. You can do better. Yeah, I think I will be sitting here for some time. So, but
this could be something.
I tried to learn the 3D mouse, and it's really another way of working with it. I hope it's good. Do you know whoever made a comment if it's very like compatible with Onshape? Probably.
It was Vare TW with the Warret W.
Okay. I'm writing to Alfons. Alfons, Warrett, I'm buying it. I'm buying it now. Alfons, please buy the mouse above and send it to the studio. Boom. Thank you, Warren.
Hopefully it works.
No, but it's 10 to 15% gain adds, and it adds up. It's actually what I need to do. It's going to take a lot of like getting used to. All right, let's get focused. How much time do we have?
We have, I would say, 30-ish minutes until lunch.
Okay, I'm a bit disappointed with myself that I haven't gotten further. Now I'm going to choose between fixing the shaft length or there is stuff missing here. Is it because the rollback? Oh yeah, okay, it's because of the rollback bar. So when you roll back the bar, the master assembly thinks the document only contains the stuff. It brings the position of the rollback bar to the master assembly, which I think is a questionable setting. I don't really understand why. Probably it's better, but so here we have all the stuff. With full control. So what should I clean up? Yeah, let me clean up some wheels and see if I can do this faster. I'm going to go chronologically. Conveyor gears. I think is it these? Conveyor gears 1. So again here, we have the same shenanigans with the circular patterns. We're not going to do that. We're going to delete all this in the blob space.
And Warrett says, another suggestion. I feel like you should have an overhead camera with a sketch pad for when you want to generate ideas. You know what? If I just switch camera right now.
From full first. Oh, okay. Hey, Warrett.
Look at that. We actually have it.
It's our sketch cam. It's not neatly set up yet, but it's genius minds think alike, right? Okay, I could remove that sketch line. Let's do this into a construction, not a construction line. So I'm simplifying this disk again here. And the circular pattern turns red. We're gonna delete that. And what did we learn, Hannes, about transparency? We learned that I can edit the appearance. That we have a nice transparency bar here. I'm adding 0.5. And we can see through that disk.
Ooh.
So the blob space is becoming blobbier. And then we need to go... Oh, and I learned that I can actually... Wait, can I open that part studio from... No, I can only do that backwards. Where's my part studios? Is here. Conveyor gears 1. So what's all this? Oh yeah, I fixed. Yeah, I tried to fix stuff from the thing. I'm gonna delete that. We're having a face appearance. Can we just make the whole thing same color? See if I can do this a little bit faster now. Come on, Martin. Plane.
We got this.
Sketch. Now I have an idea anyway of how to set this up. Boom. Straight line. 60-degree line. an offset. See how much quicker I can do it this time. 60. I'm gonna do. Can I do an offset from the offset? The Fusion always says no. I can. Onshape. Onshape.
Yeah. Symmetron 9964. Weekend start with coffee, chocolate, and Wintergatan live. Epic.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Couldn't be better.
I'm frustrated with my timing. No, what is called with the tempo, but I'm proud of the fact that I put time into finding a systematic approach. I hope I'm not procrastinating by finding too big of a systematic approach, which is, I think, also can happen. But what I know is when I set this up, so now we're done with that. We're going to extrude. We're going to extrude all this. Remove up to face symmetric. It's not called. This is not called sim. Sometimes I'm like second hand position. Is that how? Why couldn't I extrude symmetric? Oh, okay. Never mind. We got there faster. Let's add the spokes here. Offset 5. No, let's not do that. Let's do. Am I thinking correctly here? I think so. Well, I think it's the same, like, and probably people are, something that I have is that I'm not afraid of trying things that I can't do. I kind of love that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is the first time I'm setting up a master part document. I'm not stupid, I'm learning, as someone said. So, right click, select other, face of sketch. Yes, okay, I'm learning. But then, of course, I want to do it. I like to do it kind of good from the beginning. That's perhaps not always possible. New, symmetric. Is symmetric not there on remove? Or was it there? Did I just... I missed symmetric. Or when I... Perhaps because I picked a face, I couldn't... Yeah, symmetric disappears when I pick a face. Okay. That's new to me. I'm getting confused. Boom. Circular pattern, this part. Shift for choosing axis. We forgot that sketch line for the axis. We have to add that sketch line in. Oh, we have to create that other sketch first. Oh, I don't need the center axis. I can pick whatever axis. I picked this axis, of course. Circular pattern, this part. But the difference, Hannes, is in concentration. The spring compared to the autumn is crazy different.
I haven't seen one session of chess.com these last couple of weeks.
Nope.
I just need to... I'm bleeding a lot over here.
Oh, what happened?
I don't really know. I have I accidentally opened up a wound here.
Oh, no.
I need to fetch more paper
I'm
or
sorry
something.
to hear.
It's all right.
It's all right.
I'll just go and take care of that. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Yeah. Nothing will happen in 2 minutes since I'm so slow today. So now I'm going to use these points. I think this system is kind of good. I will get an epiphany after the stream on how I should have set this up in a simpler way. It's getting the job done, but it feels a bit cumbersome. So I'm deliberately drawing these lines without constraining them to the points, but now I'm constraining them to the points. Boom, and this is to the origin point. Boom. And we're going to do the same song and dance with the offsets here. I don't care about these values really. It's whatever. Let's make this really spindly. 15. Mirror these lines. And now we can revolve that. Revolve. Shift for choosing axis. It's going to be a remove feature on this part. Merge scope with this. And we did it. So here I think I should learn how to choose equal length edges here for the fillet commands. You can choose select equal length edges, but then it will select the middle as well. So I'm wondering if I can deselect, if I can like deselect everything in a that selected much more. So I wonder how I can, maybe I just go here and maybe I can just do this. Oh, that's pretty fast. I can just go and see. But then it's also deselecting from the outer edge. This is a classic example of when it's just faster to just do it manually than trying to figure it out. But this is not fun. I should circular pattern the spoke with the fillets on, perhaps. There we go, right? If I add the fillet before the circular pattern, here we go. Did I do something smart, perhaps, Hannes?
Of course you did.
Look at me now. I only choose 2 fillets.
Look at me now.
Oh, look at me now. And they're going to be like that. And then okay. This is probably good practice, everyone. If you have like a circular pattern and you want something in all of those, you just add a fillet feature before the circular patterning. Yes.
Look at that.
Yes.
You did it.
And then yes. Okay. We're learning. Okay, now I'm happier.
Good. And I'm also very happy because we got a little donation here from Kyle that says, this learning curve is very interesting for us non-creative types. It's literally delving into the mind of musical/technical genius. Sorry for glazing.
Don't have to apologize for that in here.
Oh no, we highly welcome that.
Glazing. Yeah. That tastes nice. Thank you. We did the love language test, both me and Hannes, and it's words of affirmation all the way through for us. Top5lovelanguages.com. I want to show something here, Hannes. If I want to change the style of this gear, I can do it pretty simply. I'm like, I think the teeth should be smaller. I can just go like, okay, let's make them 30. I switch one value and the gear is switching look. So this document is like better set up. I'm like, the spokes are kind of thick here. Let's do 10. And here's embarrassing. I have to do this twice. Boom, we have better spokes. So it's super much nicer. And I want to do this because I think people are going to love, it's the new gear already in there. People are going to love seeing the CAD become a little bit beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm really happy because here we have this detail of these spokes. Let's see what it does in the blob. It's this disc. So this disc in the blob become this. And to just show you everyone the magic, this disc, if I want to, I can make this 2 meters in the blob space. Boom. And it's going to be working and 2 meters in the master assembly. All the spokes and everything is working. See that? Because I set up all the constraints correctly, so I can easily change size of these wheels, which I will do. So that's why it's going, quote unquote, a little bit slower, because I'm setting everything up to be playing nice with each other in the long term. Yeah. I'm trying to defend why I have done 2 wheels today, but we also did the cleaning, so I shouldn't mope.
Yeah. It's getting close to lunch. Perhaps you're getting hangry.
I think that's unfortunately that's not the issue. You know what we should do? Now everyone have seen my idea. I can actually go over all these wheels off stream.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should use this last minutes of this stream to go for the shaft length task. I'm going to go through the same procedure with all the wheels. It's going to be very repetitive, so I can perhaps do that in tonight or something. But the shaft lengths, I think now something has happened with the start crank sketch. Some external references are missing. Okay. This broke somehow. So let's go and fix that. Where was the start crank from? I think it's from this wheel. So I guess. What happened there? I'm looking at your screenshots now, Hannes.
Okay, nice. And I got another donation from Kyle over here. US English is hard, but it's easily learned through tough, thorough thought, though. Wow, you tried to trick me there. You didn't think I would be able to make that, did ya?
Fantastic. Did you get a tongue twister in gift?
Oh, yeah.
What? So this sketch needs to reference this wheel. So I think like what's a bit weird here is that there's no reference from this wheel. I hope I'm thinking correctly here. This little fella should be tangential to that construction line somehow. So let's. No, No, what's happening here? Oh yeah, no, I'm stupid. That other circle is that wheel. That was the reference that got lost. Why that reference got lost, I have no clue. Let's then make a new reference and let's make these concentric, I guess. T for
Flat Nico Bowl.
oh.
Hey, greetings from across the border. I was watching yesterday's stream and the struggles Martin had finding parts even with a naming convention. Have you tried searching for them instead?
Ooh, that's interesting. Searching. So okay, that's a good tip. I'm gonna look at that later.
There is a search bar up there, I guess.
Why is this wheel? Of course, it's on that way. Okay, I'm forgetting how. I'm forgetting how the wheel goes together. This should go with that wheel, not the other one. That's why it's on that plane. Okay. We're gonna remove this. We're gonna remove this. We're gonna use this, and you are tangential to you. I don't know why that reference died. Now it's working. Good. So how much time do we have?
Approximately 10 minutes, Martin.
Okay.
Shaft length.
Yes.
In 10 minutes.
I actually want to tackle this. It's a deep question on how to do this properly. Because now... So I'm thanking everyone for everyone's patience with me now, but I think trying to really be... Can I roll the bar like that? I can. Be super disciplined. It's like, it doesn't like when I roll the bar. Oh, yeah, it's not good rolling the bar over the folders because then I fold the folders into themselves by mistake.
No.
So I think I'm going to expand all when I'm rolling the bar. It's a little rare L for Onshape, actually. I like it so trendy to say dub for... You know what dub is, Hannes?
Dub?
Yeah.
Can mean a lot of things. In what instance?
I think what I'm referring to, and now it's embarrassing if that's wrong, but it's like, it's for W and that's for win. So you say dub instead of win.
Okay.
It's just a dub. It's a W.
It's a dub.
So W.
Isn't it a... Okay, dub, yeah. That is true. I just saw something interesting here from Josiah Baker. The macros equivalent in Onshape is called feature script. I think with how many wheels there are, it'll save time learning. Feature script.
Yeah, those are the custom feature scripts here. I think they mean that we add custom features and...
that's what you had with the transform one from Derek.
I think... That's exactly the same question Edwin had on one of the other streams. We have to talk to Derek because with this master part method, I'm not entirely sure. Like when we did the Gridfinity boxes, we used feature scripts like that. So what kind of box do we want? Boom, boom, boom. And I'm not sure with the wheels if that works. Probably.
I don't know if you are on to this now, but I see Poopsie Doodle wrote this, and a lot of people are joining in on that as well. Now, hopefully, he learns to make one wheel that is fully constrained, so he can make all the other wheels by changing dimensions on one drawing.
That's exactly what the previous commenter wanted me to do as well.
Yeah.
Because you shouldn't. You're right that you shouldn't like repeat exactly the same task over and over again. But in the master part method, I'm not sure how to do that. And also for the future, right now it looks like all the wheels are going to be made the same way, but for the future that's not sure. So I see where you're getting it, when you what you're getting at, but I'm not sure.
But I have a sweet donation here from HeDare01. Greetings from Germany. Thank you for giving me the motivation to continue writing my research papers. You got this.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for supporting us. It means a lot. And good luck on your research papers. You got this.
When I set all this up, I was thinking the shafts would control sideways position. So I did the shafts before the parts. And I think I want to turn that relationship around. I hope I'm not going to break. So if we go back, you see the first thing that happens is that I create this shaft here. And I want to do it the other way around. I want to make the pedals first and then the shaft. So I'm going to try to just extrude the shaft afterwards. And see, things are breaking because this reference, but this is easily fixed. This reference is referencing the shaft, but instead I think it can reference this sketch because the sketch is before the shaft regardless. So let's see how much we're going to break. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to reference this point instead. So far, so good. And now, Hannes, I have the pedals are happening before the shaft, which means that now when we do the shaft should even be done. I can see, first of all, I can see the pedals, so I can choose a distance that I like. I can also do an offset from this face. But I guess even deeper, the shaft should come even after the pulleys here. So let's go for the pulleys, because then we can really see how long the shaft needs to be. You remember we had shaft length on the to-do list yesterday.
Yep.
Let me see if I can just drag the shaft here without breaking. I couldn't. It's the same thing, but I rather want to reference instead of referencing the shaft like I did. So this is the deep cleaning. Is Wilson on deep clean? Shaft length.
I made a shaft length.
Yeah. Let's see how much I'm breaking. I'm actually okay with breaking stuff because, oh, that works great. Because now, Hannes, I know that there is a real world relationship that I do want to put into my document. I know that the shaft should connect the pedals with the pulley. So I know the shaft should go from the pedals to the pulley. So now when we decide shaft length, we will be able to tell Onshape that, I hope, in a good way. And sometimes I find the extrude interface a bit cumbersome because I can't do offsets from everything. But let's first see if we can fix the first point. We're gonna do up to face, gonna do here. And now I wanna offset that distance. but that's offsetting the starting distance, is it? If I flip, oh, great. So see, now I can say you should always stick out 50 millimeters outside these pedals. Let's do 20. So it looks.
Of course.
So that's one dub. Let me know in
Got
chat.
it.
Let me know in chat if I'm using that completely wrong. That would be extremely embarrassing. But
I just want to let you know you have 3 minutes to go.
okay, so let's get another dub in on those 3 minutes. Now I want to have a relationship between this pulley and this shaft. This is really kindergarten CAD stuff. We're going to go into the extrude command again, and we're going to add the second end position, and we're going to have up to face. We're going to have that face. Okay, so far so good, but I'm not happy. I want an offset. Oh, we do have, yes, we do have an offset, Hannes.
Nice.
Okay,
victory.
This is a huge victory because check now. You know, when I want to move this sideways, which is where we started this video. If I move it over here, what do you think is going to happen with the shaft? Nothing, because I over the mid.
Oh.
Wait. If I move it just a little bit, there we go. The shaft is following. I can't cross the center thing, but it's not. If I move it a little bit like that, the shaft is following. So that is going to be the principle for the whole model. And yeah, I'm super happy to have everyone's company while doing this cleaning.
And you got using dub right.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
That's a dub right there.
That's a huge dub. Wilson say thank you. No, so thanks for being with us while we were doing spring cleaning. And I feel like on the thumbnail I have much better control over the blob space. I just want to finish, like Hannes, by just showing that the gears are looking like this in the blob space, just discs, and in the master assembly they look like gears like this.
Oh, that is wonderful. Good job, Martin.
A little bit slow.
Slow, but you're learning.
Yes.
You get there.
I'm learning.
We will be back in a couple of hours. We're going to have lunch and then some maintenance time. But then we will be live streaming again.
And thank you, Hannes, for being such a good hang and taking care of everyone, including me, but also the chat. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, bon appetit, Martin,
Bon
and
appetit.
everyone watching.
Yep.
See you later.
Ciao.